Hi. So I just got back from the store, and what I did is I went over and I got a really good deal on eggs. There was like 30 eggs for 6.23. So I got a whole 30 packet of them, and I'll show you. Hang on. And I was told by a neighbor that there was a sale on eggs at the store, and so I needed eggs. So I thought, well, I'm going to get some, right? I thought I hadn't bought any yesterday, but let me tell you. So I got 30 eggs for 6.23, I think, at the local grocery store. And um, that's a good deal. That's a damn good deal because it cost 12 bucks. Or it cost $4 or $5 for a dozen. And I got like 30 for $6. So a little over $6. So I bought them. I also have to make some quercetin water because I can't afford the supplement, but I did. I do make quercetin water and drink it daily. So I had to buy some red onions. So they were like $2 or $3. So I'm really trying to budget, but I'm trying to work it into my budget. I'm trying to work my supplementation into my budget through my food, right? Because I can't afford $32 for a packet of quercetin tablets. So this is what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm boiling the eggs that I had. And here's where it gets funny. I went over, I bought the 30 eggs. I thought, oh, I got a really good deal. I come home, I put them in the fridge, and guess what? I had already bought eggs yesterday. I'd forgotten about it. That's what comes with old age, right? So I had a whole dozen of no-name brand eggs in the fridge, which is 12, right? So I paid $3.49 for that. And then I paid $6 and maybe 23 cents for these 30 eggs, right? And then on top of that, in the back of my fridge at the very bottom, in the back, I had 5 eggs in one container in a carton. I had 5 eggs left. And then I had 3 eggs in a carton that I'd had like a matter of weeks ago, right? So I'm not really sure about those 3 eggs. That's why I'm cooking them separately. But here's a tip. And I'm pretty sure it's this, but I'll post it down below if I'm saying it wrong. If you want to know if your eggs are past their expiry, if they're no good, you can get pretty sick. You can get salmonella, right? So you want to be sure that your eggs are, not past that expiry date a lot, right? So you take the eggs, you put it in cold water, and if they float, so these ones I'm going to make into maybe egg salad sandwiches, or I'm going to put it in with a macaroni salad during the week for my lunch, or I could have it, a boiled egg with some bacon and some pumpernickel bread for my one meal. So I really have to focus on my diet because I've been lackadaisical, and over Christmas I gained 10 pounds. God, yeah, so I gained 10 pounds. And so yeah, I'm going to really focus on that. And I need to start walking again. I am doing the Tai Chi at home in the doorway. And, if it works for other women my age, why not me? Okay, but here's a big thing. Yesterday I went to the store to get, I was at, it's a health food store. And I went to get the xylitol toothpaste, okay? Xylitol and hydroxyapatite together, right? It's a tooth hardener. Remineralization of the teeth is what my problem is at the bottom. And so I went to get that toothpaste. And, I have to get it from a specialty store because other toothpaste has fluoride in it. And fluoride has been banned in the UK. I think it's the UK. Yeah, it's been banned. Anyhow, so I want this toothpaste. So I went to the store by the bus and I got this toothpaste. And while I was there was a beautiful young woman working there. And she was fit, like, wow, like wickedly fit. You know what I'm saying? So we got to talking because she was showing me where the supplementation was. And she actually is a fitness trainer. Yeah, at a local fitness center. She works for them and she does, what's it called when they do fitness plans for people on the side. And so, yeah, so she gave me her card. I have her card here. She was just beautiful. So she showed me on her phone her fitness level, and she was wearing a midriff shirt, and I'm telling you, she had more abs than my son did. Yeah, and he was in his 20s at the time. So like I'm shocked. So I said to her, "How old are you?" And she's in her, I think she said her late 40s, early 50s. I was like, "What?" I said, "Really?" I said, "I'm 65. You think you can make me look like that?" And she said, "Yeah." She showed me pictures of women who are in their 70s who have rock hard abs. And you know what? I'd love to do that. I do my sit ups every night and I do my push ups every night. If I can do that at 65 years old, I should be able to tighten that core up a little bit more, right? But I did find back in the day, and I'm talking maybe a couple of years ago when I first started this journey. I mean, I've been doing this journey for 9 years now, right? But about 2 or 3 years ago, I was walking every single day, and I was really humping it out, walking fast. I lost 75 pounds, and my body just seemed to tighten up. I had no stretch marks, I had no wrinkles on my belly, and I posted a picture of that. So if I can do that, I mean, it might be in my genes. I don't know. I don't know anybody from my authority figures family that was able to stay slim and trim right up into the elder years. I don't know any of them, but because it's not a close connection. But damn, if I do have that in my genes, I might as well take advantage of it, right? I want to try some of these things out, right? I mean, why not? What do I get to lose? At 65 years old, it's not like I'm not going to win the lottery and be able to move to Italy like tomorrow. Well, maybe. I think it's 60 million this weekend, so I'm buying a ticket. Damn right I am. Anyway, that we're going to put that aside and I'm going to start concentrating. So I'm going to use these and make egg salad sandwiches and maybe keep a couple for a macaroni salad later in the week. But I also have to make some quercetin water. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these up. And I did get a bag. I had to get a whole bag. So the bag was like, I don't know, maybe $2, two 30 something maybe. Yeah, so this is what I got to do. But I'm going to show you one little tip, okay? A little trick. If you want to know if your eggs are done, if you're boiling them and you want to know if they're done, all you do, take it off the heat, pick up your egg, wait, pick up your egg in a spoon and blow on it. And if it goes completely dry after you blow on it, that means that it's done. It's hard boiled. So, just a little tip. One of these looked like it cracked, so I'm going to leave them there and I'm going to put it on low. Where is that? Okay. And then I'm going to check these ones because these were the ones I was concerned about. Yeah, they still got moisture on them, so they're not done. Yeah, so I'm going to do those there. And now I'm going to cut up my onions and put them in my blender. So it only took 2 onions. So I've got 4 onions left. Blender and 1 cup of filtered water. So we'll see how this works. Okay. Okay, and then we'll put the lid on. And we're going to use chop.